Okay, now that we are done with the body, we're going to move on to make the wings. And you will obviously need 2 of these. I've gone ahead and made the first one, so this is what it's going to end up looking like. And I'm going to make the second one now. And also, the wing is going to be like 2 separate pieces that we're going to join together. So we're going to start by making the bigger wing, and then we're going to make the smaller wing. And it is important that you make them in that order. So to make the bigger wing, we are going to take our yarn, and you're going to do 6 single crochet in a magic ring. So I'm going to do this the same way I started with the body. Chain 2, and then put 6 single crochet into the first chain. Okay, for round 2, it's going to be 2 single crochet and then an increase. So in this first stitch, we're going to place our single crochet, and then we're going to put our stitch marker. Okay, so we'll do our next single crochet and an increase in the third stitch, and repeat that, and you should have 8 stitches total. Okay, now for round 3, it's going to be a single crochet and then an increase all the way around. So that's our first single crochet, and then we'll put our increase right there, and we're going to continue doing the single crochet increase all the way around until you have 12 stitches. Okay, now for round 4, it is going to be 3 single crochet and then an increase. So that's our first single crochet. And then you're gonna do this 3 times, the 3 single crochet and then the increase, and you'll have 15 stitches. Now for round 5, it's going to be 4 single crochet and then an increase. And we will do this 3 times until you have 18 stitches. Now for the final round, we're just going to do 18 single crochet all the way across, or until we get to the end of this round. All right, so now we are done with this wing. So basically you just need to cut your yarn, and you really don't need to leave that much of an end, because we will not be sewing it on with this end anyway. So I probably even left too long of an end, but it doesn't matter. All right, so just pull it through, and then you can set this to the side while you make your smaller wing. So for the smaller wing, it's basically going to be the same thing for the start, except we're only going to go to round 4. Well, there is more rounds than that, but like we're going to go up to round 4, and then it will start to change. So we're going to do 6 single crochet in magic ring. So first 4 rounds start the same as the last. Okay, so now round 2 is 2 single crochet and then an increase, and you should have 8 stitches at the end of this round, and you'll do that twice, the 2 single crochet and then the increase. Okay, round 3 is a single crochet and an increase, and we will do that 4 times until you have 12 stitches. Now round 4 is 3 single crochet and then an increase, and you'll do that 3 times, and you'll have 15 stitches at the end of this round. Okay, now, whoops, this is where things get a little more complicated. So basically now you want to take your bigger wing and we're going to connect these. So it's kind of similar to connecting legs on like stuffed animals, if you've ever done that. You're going to go through this next stitch with your hook, and then you're going to also go through the bigger wing. So I like to go through this last stitch that we made. It doesn't really matter which one you go through, but this is the one I'm going to go through. Just make sure you don't confuse this yarn with your line of yarn that you want to be working with. So I just kind of stuff that in there. And then take your yarn. The first one's the one that's kind of awkward, but basically just wrap it over your hook and go through both like that, and then just make a single crochet through both the smaller and the bigger wing. And then now they're connected, and now I like to mark that stitch, and you're basically going to continue to single crochet around the smaller wing, and then once we get to this last stitch, we're going to use it to also connect. So I will go around, I think it'll be about 14 stitches, and then when we get to that last one, I will show you how to connect it, which will kind of be the same way we did that one. Okay, so it's actually in the 15th stitch. So this is the first single crochet of round 5. And then if you count 15 in this 15th stitch right here, you will go through and then go through that stitch that was right next to the one we used to connect it. And then you will just do the same thing, connect them again, and do a single crochet. And now you're going to single crochet around the bigger wing, and when you get to the end here, you should have 33 single crochet. So I'm just gonna single crochet all the way around the bigger wing, and then I will kind of show you how, when you get to the end, what to do, because this can be a little bit awkward, that part right there. So I'm at the 30th stitch or single crochet on this row, and basically you need to have 33, so that'll be 31, 32, whoops, okay, 32, and then 33 is kind of in this like weird spot right here. And that's 33. And then now for the next round, for round 6, it's going to be a single crochet in that first stitch that we took the stitch marker out of, which again will be kind of awkward, but just make it work. Okay, and then place your stitch marker. And then round 6 is a lot easier. It's just single crochet and then a decrease, or an invisible decrease, all the way around 11 times until you have 22 stitches. So that was our first single crochet. Then we're going to do the invisible decrease, which is going through the back loop and making a decrease just so the gap is not as noticeable, like that. And then we'll just do that 10 more times, and you should have 22 stitches. Now we just have one more round for the wings, which is round 8, and you're basically going to, in my case, because of where I connected the wings at, I need to kind of single crochet my way to the end here, and then I'm gonna just sew them shut basically. So I may have to do about 3 single crochet. Again, you may not have to do this because you might end up closer to the end, but basically you just want to get to the end by doing single crochet. So I had to do about 3 there, and then before I sew them shut, I'm going to kind of show you a trick so that you don't have like a million ends to sew in when you're done with this. Just put them through the wings like that. And even with these ends right here, you can just take your tapestry needle and then push them up into the wing instead of being outside the wing, just like that. Okay, now we're going to sew them shut. Again, I'm not even sure exactly how many times I'm going to go across, probably 10 or 11 times, but we'll see. So you just need to go through both of them. So I'm going to go through like this, just go through both sides, and then, yeah, hold on. Then single crochet. So just single crochet the whole way across. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as the wings are sewn shut. Now, once you have sewn the wings shut, you're going to leave a pretty long end because we're going to use this to sew it onto the body. So you need a pretty long end, and I always err on the side of giving myself more yarn than I probably need, just to be safe, because you can always cut it later. And then just pull it through. Okay. And now, before I start attaching this onto the body, I'm going to go ahead and add our dot. So we have, like on the other wing, I have this peach little dot on there. So I'm going to show you how to make it and then attach it on there, and then we'll attach both the wings to the body. Okay, so to make the dots, you will need 2 of them, and all you do is put 6 single crochet into a magic ring, and then you slip stitch and you cut your yarn. That is literally all you do. So I'm gonna chain 2. In the first chain, we'll put 6 single crochet. And then into the first single crochet you made, you are just gonna put a slip stitch. And now you just need to cut your yarn, leave enough so that you can sew it onto the wing. but you really won't need very much. And then pull that through. And now I'm gonna show you how to sew it onto the wing. So grab your tapestry needle, and with the longer end of yarn, you're gonna put that on there, thread it through your needle, and then I'm gonna grab my other wing just so I'm making sure that both the dots are kind of placed in the similar spot. So this one I'm gonna put about right here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. And whoops. Okay. What I do with this end of yarn is I just tug it under there and keep it tucked under there as I'm sewing it on there. So to sew this, you're just gonna, like you would do anything else, you just go through the dot and then go through the butterfly. So make sure you're going through both, and then just make sure the pink part that you're going through is kind of like a little bit underneath where the dot's gonna be at, so this doesn't like look super noticeable against the pink, if that makes sense. Just like that, and then you just keep going all the way around. Okay, now we're going to attach the wing to the body. So this part's pretty straightforward. The most important thing is you just want to make sure that you are like sewing it on the side, like even on the side like this, kind of even to the antennas. And then you want to make sure both wings are like in line with each other, so nothing looks like wonky or off. So I kind of place it there like this, and then I just try to place it between like a little bit below the neck, and then you'll have like a little bit of tail where the wing is not attached to. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. And basically you'll just go through with your tapestry needle, you'll go through the wing and the body. I'm gonna go about right there, okay? And then you just continue sewing along the whole line of the wing. So you just go back and forth sewing through the wing and through the body at the same time to attach them. Okay, and then you will just repeat the process with the other wing. Just kind of make sure, like I said, that it's in the same spot on the other side of the wing as this one is. All right, guys, and that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my channel for more crochet tutorials, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.